last week on Legally Kidnapped.
Good evening. In Nebraska this week, a bill requiring drug testing for welfare beneficiaries comes under heavy criticism. An openly gay candidate for mayor in Toronto is going to adopt a baby. And in Rio de Janeiro, child protective officials try to stop a 7-year-old samba queen. In Canada, the Children's Aid Society of Ontario gets a $27 million boost from the government. And of course, the agencies are crying that it's not enough. In Scotland this week, it was announced that 272 unborn children were put on the Child Protective Register in the last 3 years. The Haitian orphan fad continues this week with the ever-fine Angelina Jolie throwing her name into the hat. And the lawyer for the 10 Americans who are accused of child trafficking is said to look just like a known child trafficker from El Salvador. And 8 of the 10 are back in the U.S. after being released from the Haitian jail. Actor Charlie Sheen's old lady goes into rehab. And a foster dad from St. Paul is charged in the drowning death of an 18-month-old disabled foster child. In Arizona, the House passes a controversial bill stating that married couples are preferred when placing children for adoption. And an Australian study finds that kids who are all doped up on ADHD meds are 10 times more likely to do poorly in school. In Kansas, a report complains that Child Protective doesn't always report child abuse to the police. Perhaps it's because they make half of them up. A Chicago man is in hot water for defying a court order banning him from taking his daughter to church. A DCF caseworker from Connecticut is charged with sexual assault. In Washington, D.C., the Catholic Church ends its foster care program rather than license gay couples to be foster parents. And an assistant attorney general from Oregon is arrested for domestic violence. In Florida, a child protective worker is accused of falsifying documents. And the Milwaukee Bureau of Child Welfare is under scrutiny for 23 child deaths of kids known to Child Protective. A couple from San Antonio, Texas is accused of beating and starving 2 foster children. A school in Pennsylvania is accused of cyber spying on students through the webcams on the school-issued MacBooks. A DHS caseworker from Oklahoma is busted twice in 2 days, once for drunk driving and then for tampering with a prescription. And finally, tonight, a Colorado woman is convicted of manslaughter and child abuse in the death of a 2-year-old foster child named Elise Vick. For these stories and all the latest dirt on the child protective industry, visit www.legallykidnapped.com. And until next week, this is Baby LK from my 14th foster home in 15 months. Over and out.